Hi, this is Vin from Hair by Vin, and today we're going to continue with part 2 of Curly Girl Mistakes Exposed, the top 10 curly girl mistakes exposed, part 2. So like I told you from the other video, we're going to take you from shampooing all the way to styling. So I'm going to work on a mannequin today, but let's talk about shampooing. Shampooing is something that you do every day, or if you're a curly girl, once a week, twice a week. So whatever that number is on how many times you shampoo your hair, you gotta make sure that the product that you're using is a sulfate-free shampoo. And what sulfates do, it's more of a detergent. So you're drying out your hair. So that's why you have to use a product that's sulfate-free. So once you do that, you cleanse your hair once a week, twice a week. So the next part is the conditioning. And what you really need to do is a very moisturizing conditioner. But you're not going to be using a brush to brush through your hair. You're going to use your fingers, because when you use the brush, it's actually straightening your hair. And you want to promote those curls to be bouncy, springy little curls. So what you're going to do is rake through your hair with the conditioner. And you're going to do that for a couple of minutes. It's not going to be something that's going to be a 1, 2, 3, throw it in, put your fingers through it and rinse it out. You're going to work that conditioner in for a couple of minutes until all the knots that you feel that are in your hair, that you can actually rake through your hair with your fingers nice and easy and smooth. So that's where we are. So I'm going to bring in a mannequin, and that's going to be our next part of our video. So she's going to be all wet, and then we're going to go into the product that we're going to use and styling. So stay tuned. So here we are at step 2 of the series. So this is where we're going to do the styling part. And this is very important because for the most part, if you have curly hair, gels work the best in your hair, because what that's going to do, it's going to close that cuticle layer. The cuticle layer, what makes your hair so frizzy is the cuticle layer, or the top layer on your hair, is kind of open, kind of like that, and just spurting all out in different directions. So what the gel's going to do, it's going to hold it together and close it. So I have her wrapped in a towel because her hair just came from the sink and right to here. So her hair would be dripping all over the place right now. So that's how much moisture and water you want in your hair when you're doing this look, the curly girl look. So once I take this off, you'll see that her hair is just extremely wet. And what we're going to do now is put that gel in. So I'm going to just use a gel, and I'm going to use quite a bit of gel here. So if you can see this, look, if you can see how much gel I actually put in my hands. And that's what I'm going to use in this hair. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to look like I'm straightening it. But what we want to do, we want to take all that frizz out. So we want to take it and close that cuticle layer. Just close it, just bring it all down. This isn't that great. All right, and you see how I'm just closing that cuticle layer? So you think that I have so much gel in the hair and all that. That's what the microfiber towel is going to do. It's going to take out most of that gel in that water, and it's going to promote that curly hair. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just taking that and smoothing it out, closing that, and just taking my hands just like this and closing it. And what you're going to do, and you can hear how much water? That's what you want. You want all that moisture in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn her upside down. And this is what you can do in your hair also. Turn upside down, and then we're going to take the towel. And so let me just grab this here. Get my hands, wash your jelly, and then you can turn her, or turn you, upside down. And what you're going to do is take out most of that moisture. And you can see how curly she is here. And you're going to take it out and just go up, just like that. And what the microfiber is going to do is going to take out some of that gel and it's going to take out a good portion of the water. And so that's all I'm doing, is just trying to promote that curl to come on in. And you can see how curly she gets. Even though that it looked like I was straightening it out, I'm just closing that cuticle. And if you can see, her hair isn't frizzy at all because we took care of all that. So then you can flip your head up. And you can do one of two things now. Whoops. Almost lost her there. One of two things now. Now you can just let your hair dry natural, or you can take a diffuser and blow dry your hair. You can blow dry it upside down. You can blow dry it to the side, each side, upside down, all different ways. But you're going to want to be very gentle with your hair while doing it. So I'll show you a couple of things once I have it styled, and I'll be right back. So we're back. I didn't have a diffuser, so what I decided to do is take an old-fashioned hairnet and put her hair up into here, put it up, just to get it all intact, just because I'm going to just be using a regular hairdryer. So even though I'm going to use a regular hairdryer and I got the net on there, I'm still going to use it on a very low speed. So I'm not going to disturb the curl all that much. So stay tuned and watch. So we'll just do one right there. So medium heat is good. And all I'm going to do is just dry it this way. If you had one of the old hood dryers that you can put on top of your hair dryer and then put the hood on your head, you can dry it that way too. Probably be a little bit quicker than this way, but it's effective. So stay tuned and watch for the results. So here's another look. So I took the netting off, and now I'm just going to blow her hair upside down. So she's basically upside down, just very low pressure and medium heat. And all I'm doing is just scrunching up. Letting it dry. And then moving over to the next section. And I'm not really worrying about if the curls are too crunchy. I always say you can scrunch that crunch right out of your hair. And so that's what we're going to do once it's dry. So I brought her back up after blow drying her hair upside down. Blow dry her hair upside down, scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. So she's most of the way dry. I would say 98% dry. So flip her head up. And here we go. Looks a little bit like Medusa. But, this is where you gotta work it a little bit. So also I wanna also bring out that if you had any ends that were a little frizzy, you're trying to let it grow, you just take a little split ends product. And what you can do, if you can see right in here, you just put a little bit in just to hold those pieces, and it just, bounces up the curl again. So you can do it a little bit more through the hair, just to do that, and it gives it a little bit nicer on the ends there, so they're not so fly away and frizzy and split. You really need to get a haircut. So every 3 months, at least 3 to 6 months, like I was telling you in the first video, to get a haircut, because all these things are going to do is just split. I never cut her hair. I highlighted her hair, colored her hair. I did a lot of stuff to this mannequin's head. So she's extremely dry. So this is what you can get with that type of procedure with it. So you can see the definition on the curls. And like I said, if there's something that's a little stiff, you can just always just scrunch it away, and that'll take away all that crunchiness on your hair. So the other thing you can do, let's say if you do come back up and there's something that's not as curly as the rest, you just straightened it out a little bit too much, you can just take a water bottle and just spritz your hair again and just scrunch it, and that hair will curl once again. So that's the look. You know, Medusa here has improved quite a bit. So pretty hair, pretty color, and nice curly hair. Your hair is going to be much better. This mannequin hair, it's been permed. I've colored it, highlighted it, colored it, did a lot of different things to her. So, and just with the proper treatment to your hair, right shampoos, moisturizers, deep conditioners, the right products will make a big difference in your hair. So if you're interested or have any questions, you can always give me a call at 561-660-2752, or you can text me. Text me any of your questions and I'll get back to you. I didn't go over the products because I don't really promote products. So it's just gels and split end sealer, and shampoos and conditioners. So you choose, you just got to do your research on what's the best product for your hair. And not every product is going to be great for your hair. So even though that you might have a curly girl product, there's a few out there, they just might not be great for your hair, or they might be too moisturizing or not cleansing enough for your hair. But you also gotta be aware of baking soda products. Baking soda will dry out your hair to no end. So even though it says no poo or low poo or no shampoo, got to make sure it doesn't have that baking soda in there. It might feel great when you first do it for the first few days, but that's going to dry out your hair. So be very, very careful on that also. So this is Vin from Hair by Vin. See you soon.